All right. It's been 4 years since my last publicized journey. Hmm. So I set the intention to have a journey healing for everyone. I think I have a lot to share. My guide says we have something to share as well. So let's see what comes out. Oh, 20 minutes. 20 minutes is good. I say, okay, we have something in the oven. Hmm. So I say I should start. So I have I have a, I have a friend who I recently was helping him to heal himself. Um, he so what my goal would be to say, to get people to exercise their superpowers, which is healing yourself, manifesting your best reality, having the best experiences that you want. And and with the knowledge that you are powerful, you can have the best experiences. So how does that work? So my friend asked me. I told him, send. So okay. So he'd put he'd put himself down saying, um, his his skin was causing him problems. This was causing problems. I said, you don't have to tell me that stuff. You you don't have to tell people that you're having difficulty in a certain situation. You can just say that I'm working on healing my skin, or you can say I'm I'm healing my skin, right? So it puts a positive. You always want to be positive, even I would say, yeah, put the highest energy out there, and that's what you'll get back. Now, I've been doing this for 5 years, a long time. And it's easy, it gets easier and easier and easier to stay in your zen. So you don't want to be angry. Don't be angry. Don't be blaming. I'll say don't. See, you want to put this on a positive spin. Stay, stay in your zen. Don't let the outside influence how you're feeling inside. Now, I don't listen to the news, and some family members say, "Oh, you're just putting your head in the sand." Well, no, I'm not putting my head in the sand. Um, we've been tricked into manifesting what the negatives want us to experience because they control us through our fear. So if you put out that there's abundance for everyone. Everyone has food, water, clothing, shelter, free 0 point energy, um, and everyone is abundant in all ways. That's what we're going to experience. Um, so for my friend, I told him, you know what? Send love to yourself the way you send love to your car. He goes, well, how do I do that? Right? So I said, imagine, I don't say imagine. Yeah, imagining is very important, but I was telling him, use an example, the Iron Man film, where Iron Man has this big beam coming out through his heart portal. They don't call it a heart portal in the movie, but and everything that comes out of you heals. everything. That's a good way to put it. And everything that goes into you heals. Everything that goes into you heals you. Everything that comes out of you heals everything else. Everything's healing, and it's a good vibe to be in. So I told him, imagine you're sending out white light through your heart portal, just like Iron Man, and that white light protects you and it heals you, but it protects you such that it only allows in that which is for your highest good. And and well, that will do a couple things. It will heal you because that's what you set the intention for, and it will also shield you. Now, you don't need to be shielded per se, but to put the intention that negative influences um, cannot enter your field, your aura, that's a good thing. Um, I have this friend who she said she went out, and she doesn't do a protective aura because she says that she feels she's here to transmute the negative um, entities or energies. So she went out shopping and she comes back home and she's petting her cat on the couch and she gets this urge to throw her cat across the room. And she thinks, that's strange because that isn't her, right? So she cleared that energy. She like transmuted it. You're the superhero here. You can do this however you want. You can send love to however you want. You can transmute however you want. Imagine sending a bright white light around that which you want to transmute. Maybe doves fly out. Um, you can ask your guides, friends, and helpers to help you out, to show you how to do this. That's all good stuff. So anyway, that's an example of what you're thinking may not be what you're thinking. So if you have any thoughts of negativity, oh, I'm this. Well, I don't want to say I'm. Say you can't do this. You can't do that. Right? Uh, those are thoughts that you should change. You should say, you know what? I'm going to take a 7-day positive challenge. Be positive about everything. So if you have an experience that you prefer not to have, say, you know what? I can manifest a better experience. The guy says, are you done yet? Okay, so she doesn't want to say anything. She just was asking me if I'm done yet. So you can change your thoughts because if you're thinking negative thoughts for most of the time, like like you're blaming the outside people, you're blaming your family, you're blaming your brother, your sister, your friends, your whatever, you're blaming the teacher, whoever you're blaming, um, you can just change that from using a perspective shift. Um, no one outside controls what you are thinking, and and by changing what you're thinking, you'll definitely manifest a smoother experience. Okay, so my guides say they don't have anything to share at this time. So what other? I had all these topics I wanted to talk about, and then when it comes to this, I just do what comes in the now moment. Okay, that's something to talk about as well. Um, you want to stay in the now moment because that's where you manifest. So right now, everything's fine. There's don't don't worry about the future. Don't look at the forecast. People say, don't worry about the past. Forgive the past. Move forward in love. Set out the intention that everything turns out better than hoped for, planned, dreamed, imagined, expected, anticipated, miraculously, and even better than that. And you will draw experiences to you which are positive. If you go on a trip, before you go, set the intention everything turns out better than hoped for, planned, dreamed, imagined, expected, anticipated, miraculously, and even better than that. And you'll have a great trip. A great now trip. Okay. The English language is weird. Have a great trip, right? There's words that are negative words, but we're using them maybe in a positive way, which puts a weird spin on the word. So, for example, well, that was one thing I was going to talk about. So, for example, instead of saying good morning, morning can be spelled Morning, which is where the sun comes up, right? It can also be spelled Mourn, which is the death of someone, right? So that's really weird. It puts a negative spin on your happy occasion. So you may want to change up everything. Well, work with your positivity first, but you can also change the wording that you use. So instead of saying good morning, say grand rising, rising. You can say good day to people. That works for the entire day. So have a good trip. Maybe say have a good travel. Something positive. Um, yeah, that's how far I can go. Um, and so one other thing I've done is I've stopped listening to music, um, mainstream especially, because it it kind of puts you in the mode of thinking that you want to be like that star. Oh, I want to be like that star. I want to sing like them and be popular and famous and all this stuff. And yeah, it's usually not an empowering song either. It's usually one that gives your power away or wants you to have something that you think that you can't attain. So I've written my own music. I'm written it. I just sat down, played my guitar, picked some chords, and I sang whatever came out. And I recorded it. So the first few times I did this, my guide says, "Well, why didn't you?" Or they recommended that I record. And I go, yeah, that sounds interesting. And then I played another song. I said, that actually sounded good. So I've recorded at least 120 songs, and I've handpicked about 60 or so that have a story behind them. They're interesting and they're also empowering, and I play those. So by having my own songs play in the background as I'm working or doing whatever I'm doing, it empowers you. So one of my plans is to publish those songs, um, and try them out and see how they make you feel. They're not going to be uh, the most, um, they're not a studio over recording, dubbing, uh, you know, synthesized song. It's just a song from my heart, and it makes me feel good. Like I said, it makes other people feel good too, which is good. So I got a little bit of time left. Like God says, I don't look. I don't have a watch here. So what other kind of healing information can I give to people? Okay. My helpers say I'm doing this is good. So yeah, put a put a bench out, put a protective bubble around yourself. Imagine sitting in a field of green grass with a bench, and invite your guides and helpers to sit on the bench and talk to you. You may get instant knowings. You may get audio. You may get audio. You may get thoughts in your head that are talking to you, and you go, "I didn't think that." Well, it could be your guides. It's a telepathic communication. Um, Ignore any negative thoughts and change them up with a positive thought. Say, you know what? That's not a thought I wished I wanted to have. So I'm going to just revoke that thought and put in imagine myself like in the spring winter time here. I'm sending out spring all the time, so I'm imagining myself sitting on a green grass with flowers, and there's a bright sunshine and a blue sky, and it's a warm day. I send that out, even though outside it might not be that, but I'm manifesting a beautiful spring day. Um, and that's a good thing. I think that's about it. And thank you, everyone. Well, thank you, the 4 subscribers I have right now. Well, that is not the point. The point is to just share this information, get it out there, so that when someone needs it, looks for it, it'll be here for you. Thank you.